Why, hi there, I'm Ron Juckett, and Narragansett, New England's favorite brewery, brings you the Boston Red Sox Week in Review this third week of the season, ending April 25th, 2004. And it was a good week. After struggling last week, the Red Sox played 6 games on the road. We'll get to the specific scores and all that in a few minutes, but took 4 out of 6. They went up and took 2 out of 3 in Toronto behind complete game shutout from Pedro Martinez. Hard luck complete game lost by Curt Schilling. And then they went to New York and took 2 out of 3 behind Derek Lowe, and Pedro Martinez pitching very well on Sunday too. Bronson Arroyo not so much, gave up a lot of walks. So at the moment, the Red Sox, we've played all the Sunday games. The Red Sox are 9-9 and a game and a half behind in the American League Eastern Division, the Baltimore Orioles and New York Yankees. Tampa is at 4th at 8-9, they're 2 back, and Toronto is 6-12, 4.5 back. Toronto shut out Baltimore on Sunday behind Roy Halladay, who went to 2-1. Cindy Ponson, who was Baltimore's opening day starter, is 1-2, and Kirshner gets the save. So let's go through the other 6 divisions for you. San Diego has a scant half-game lead over the Dodgers in the National League West at 12-7. San Francisco and Arizona under 500, 3.5 back. In the Central, it's going to be St. Louis all year. They're just going to run away with this. They've opened up a 2.5 game lead over Chicago. They are 14-5. Cincinnati's in last place at 6-12, 7.5 back. I mean, you can just start printing playoff tickets. The National League East has kind of opened up a little bit. On Friday, I believe everybody was within 2 games of each other. Now the spread is 4. Philadelphia has a game and a half lead over Atlanta. Philly's 11-6. Atlanta is 10-8. In the American League West, Anaheim, who won the division in real life, has the second best record in baseball behind St. Louis. They are 13-6 and lead Oakland by 4, Texas and Seattle by 5. We'll see Texas coming up next week. In the Central, Chicago has a game and a half lead over Kansas City and Detroit. Minnesota, who won that division in real life, is 2 back at 9-9. So lots of jostling around. Let's take a look at some American League leaders as we go into the last week of April. Ichiro Suzuki leads the American League in hitting at 481. Jason Varitek is second in the American League in hitting at 456. Tony Graffinino, who would become a later Red Sox player, is third in the American League with Kansas City at 397. Travis Hafner from Cleveland's at 391, and David Eckstein is hitting 383. We saw Alex Rodriguez, his hitting streak gets down. He's down 9 to 360. League leader in home runs is Gary Sheffield. He's at 9 for the Yankees. He hit a big one for them over the weekend that you saw. Hank Blaylock has hit 8 for Texas. And Enrique Wilson, who's already exceeded his real-life total, is tied with Travis Hafner and Eric Chavez from Oakland with 7. Runs batted in again. Gary Sheffield is off to a monster start. He's driven in 26. Vladimir Guerrero from Anaheim is driven in 22. One of the key reasons why the Angels have a commanding 4-game lead so early. Jock Jones from Minnesota has driven in 20. Melvin Moore from Baltimore and Carlos Beltran from KC are tied at 4th with 18. Steals, Alex Rodriguez, who stole twice over the weekend against Jason Varitek and company, has stolen 7, and he's tied with Carl Crawford with 7. Carlos Beltran from KC is 6. Harris and Darren Erstad from Anaheim have 4. I believe Johnny Damon and Jason Varitek have 3 to lead the Sox. ERA leaders, Frankie Rodriguez, the closer from Anaheim, has no ERAs, pitched 23 innings. So they're not using him as a closer. Wow. Kevin Brown, who pitched an absolute gem. He picked up the win Saturday to go 4-0. A second with an 0.76 ERA. Roy Halladay, who will eventually go down injured. Great start coming off a Cy Young campaign of 2003 and 2004. 1.90 ERA with a 2-1 record. Brad Radke has a 1.7 ERA. And Mike Maroth, who kind of fell off the wayside in his career, 1.24 ERA with a 2-0 record for the Tigers. Jason Burley is the American League's leader in wins. He has 5 already. He has 5 of Chicago's 11. Kevin Brown, who picked up his 4th Saturday, is second. And a number of pitchers are tied with 3, including Mike Bucina, Brad Radke, and Tim Hudson, who, by the way, is just about ready to retire in real life. He had a wonderful career. Don't think it'll be a Hall of Fame, but a wonderful career nonetheless. The American League save leaders, Easy Eddie Guardado has 5. Mariano Rivera has 4, and we did not see him over the weekend for New York. Keith Foulke picked up his 4th and later on, or earlier on Sunday. That gives him 4, and Ugi Urbina for the Tigers has 4. Baez for Tampa has 3. Strikeout leaders: Rodriguez out of the pen has struck out 34 to lead the American League. Curt Schilling has struck out 30 for second. Johan Santana for the Twins has struck out 29. And Pedro Martinez and Jason Burley are tied with 24. So the Red Sox have returned to 500. They're now hitting .257 as a team and dropped that ERA nearly a run from 6.17, hello Boston, to 5.22. Is it great? No, but they took 4 out of 6 this weekend on the road, including the 1-0 win in Toronto on Tuesday. Well, since we talked to you last, it was a 4-3 week because the Patriots Day game, the Yankees won 6-5. Kevin Brown picked up his 3rd win, and Bronson Arroyo his 2nd loss, and that was the last time we saw Mo Rivera. So then they go to Toronto and took 2 out of 3. The complete game shutout for Pedro Martinez, and Tim Wakefield with a very good start to go 8-3 to beat Ted Lilly. Curt Schilling lost his first game with Boston this time around, a 3-1. He pitched 1 bad inning in the 6th. Well, they took 2 out of 3. Then coming to New York, where Derek Lowe won on Friday night 6-2, went 7 innings. Kevin Brown, who's just on a world on fire right now, beat Bronson Arroyo, who couldn't even get out of the 4th, 7-0. And then the Sunday game, where Pedro Martinez gets his 2nd win of the week, and Keith Foulke his first save in a while, about 8 days, as they beat the Yankees 4-3 and go 4-2 on the road trip and 4-3 on the week. So they are 9-9, hitting .257. Jason Varitek, 50 total bases in 16 games. He hits homers, he hits doubles, he gets on base. He's hitting .456. His on base percentage is .523, and his OPS is 1.40. Manny, he just doesn't ever seem to do anything that kind of wows you, but he's very steady. 20 hits already, 9 of them extra base hits, 37 total bases. Ortiz, as we said, has been struggling a bit as of late, but he's still hitting, average has dropped down to .264. So the Sox are hitting homers 10, 17, 23, 25 homers in 18 games. Let's take a look at the pitching. All right, if we go by innings pitched, Pedro Martinez is 35. He's thrown 5 games. Pitched very well. He's pitched very well. ERA 2.57 with a 2-1 record. Now Curt Schilling is 2-1 with an ERA of 3.67. 30 strikeouts in 27 innings. Tim Wakefield has pitched better, and so has Derek Lowe. So hopefully these starting ERAs of 7.41, 7.07, and 6.43 will start to come back a little bit. Mike Timlin has pitched 9 times out of the pen. Keith Foulke, they're getting better. They're getting better. So the key for Boston is keep getting those good starts and having pitchers pitch into the 6th and 7th inning. So Timlin has thrown 9 times, Embry 7, and Foulke 7. So the week ahead for Boston, it's better. The whips are better. Pedro's whip is now 1.029. Curt Schilling at 1.111. Arroyo's is only 1.429. That's not horrible. That's better than Timlin's. Foulke's whip is under 1. That's exactly what you want. They need better pitching from Wakefield and Lowe, but they got it this week and in their starts in Toronto and New York respectively. All right, the week ahead, it's home for a brief 3-game homestand, but rain takes the precedence on a lot of this. So it's a single game Wednesday against Tampa Bay, and then a Thursday doubleheader. Friday was a rain out. Saturday will be a day-night doubleheader against Texas in Texas, and Sunday will be a single game against Texas. So 3 against the Rangers and 3 against Tampa. And then the week ahead, the next time we do one of these weekend review shows will be May 2nd, and then we play more against the American League Central with Cleveland and Kansas City. Kansas City coming to Fenway Park. So that's it. So go to your favorite retailer and grab yourself a 6-pack of Narragansett and go find a neighbor and say, howdy, neighbor. Have a Gansett. That's the Red Sox Cyber Weekend Review for this April 25th, 2004. I'm Ron Chuckett. Game action continues soon with 3 against the Devil Rays. Until then, we'll talk to you the next time.